Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening and welcome to the GBN Television News for Friday, November 26, 2021. Coming up in the news, Springs resident Wendell Matthew charged with non-capital murder in death of elderly citizen found dead on Sunday. Government rewards frontline workers and addresses cost of living cries of the Grenadian people in the 2022 billion-dollar budget. President of G-Tahu accused Spice Island Beach Resort of refusing to settle with workers for money owed to them. Christmas at the Point returns on December 4th. Coming up in Around the Globe, the Antiguan and Barbadians to enjoy the Christmas holidays without a state of emergency. Internationally, the UK restrict travel to 6 African countries over new South Africa COVID variant. Coming up in sports, Cricket West Indies selection panel announces windy squads for a 6-match white ball tour of Pakistan. The details of these and other stories are straight ahead. Stay with us.
Are you a small business and would like your business to grow? Do you have an event, products or services that people should know about? Be wise. Advertise. Book your spot on GBN Shopping Guide. Be part of Grenada's biggest advertising medium, the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Call our sales department now on 440-2446 or 440-3033 or GBN plus the number sign. Email us at sales@gbn.gd. Special conditions apply.
Thanks for joining us. I am Blossom Alexis Welsh with the details. Wendell Matthew was remanded to the Richmond Hill prison on Friday following a charge of non-capital murder and his first court appearance. Christelina John was outside the St. George's Magistrates Court this morning and has this report.
Shielding his face from the lens of the camera, 36-year-old Wendell Matthew, unemployed resident of Springs St. George, made his first court appearance at the St. George's No. 2 Court on Friday. A charge of non-capital murder was slapped on Matthew for the death of 70-year-old Roy Gordon. The body of the partially decomposed male was discovered on Sunday in Cafe St. George. The 70-year-old is a retired truck driver. Reports received are that Gordon came to Grenada from Trinidad approximately 1 month ago to attend the funeral. Sources say that the deceased was last seen alive in late October by relatives and that calls placed to him went unanswered. It was a friend who then ventured to look for Gordon and discovered his decaying body. Police say an autopsy will be conducted to determine the cause of death and that a possible forensic investigation will be undertaken. These results are still pending. Matthew was remanded to Her Majesty's Prison, awaiting his next court appearance on December 14th, 2021. Christelina John, GBN News.
In other news, the much-anticipated relief for Grenadians expected to come in the budget presentation seemingly did not disappoint as the economic or financial reprieve came in 2 or even 3 folds. Extremely high gas prices at the pumps paired with skyrocketing electricity bills have helped paint a dismal picture and hit hardest where it hurts, most financially, especially during a global pandemic and economic recession. However, here's Gerard Joseph with the latest details following the presentation of the 2022 budget.
I know some people might want to submit some election budget. Let me take in front before in front take me. So they might want to do that. But we have had several elections before, and we never attempted some of those measures because we did not see that pain that now exists.
The relief effort from government has finally gone beyond the realms or limits of the Social Security programs and the stimulus package 2.0. In the weeks leading up to the budget presentation, government had maintained its focus on collecting revenue rather than coming to the aid of citizens as global food prices rose and the cost of living increased. Whether it was the continuous outcry from the people or the consciousness of government ministers being awakened, the major economic issues of high gas prices and exorbitant electricity bills are at last being addressed.
The government will also zero rate the VAT on electricity consumption for domestic consumers with usage up to 500 kilowatt hours per month.
On Sunday, Prime Minister Dr. Kit Mitchell had alluded to possible relief to come in the budget, either by raising the VAT threshold beyond the 99 kilowatts or otherwise. Finance Minister Gregory Bowen has now done that and more.
Government will also remove the environmental levy for all category of consumers whose usage does not exceed 500 kilowatt hours. In other words, Mr. Speaker, domestic customers consuming up to a maximum of 500 kilowatt hours per month will be relieved of government charges on their electricity bills.
The relief, according to Bowen, does not stop there, while noting fuel prices are expected to continue to rise.
A reduction of 25% on the non-fuel charge per kilowatt hour will be instituted for all categories of consumers. These changes will take effect from the next billing cycle.
Taking a snub at WRB, the Finance Minister says this is only possible because the government of Grenada has controlling shares in Grenlec. A fixed cap on the price of gas and diesel at the pump for Christmas was the other major announcement.
Government will implement a cap of $15 per gallon on gasoline and diesel, effective from the next petroleum price change on December 18th, 2021.
VAT exemptions on 5 items, including saltfish and turkey parts, are also scheduled to become effective January 2022. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The 4% salary increase due in 2022 for public officers will be paid from January as government honors its commitments. Word of Finance Minister Gregory Bowen, as he literally seemed to put on a Santa suit and share Christmas cheer to workers within the public service. With his bag filled with gifts on behalf of government, contract workers were not left out of the loop, as he notes that Cabinet has directed the Department of Public Administration to develop a framework for addressing the concerns of these employees. Here's Gerard Joseph once again, who tells us what's in store for public servants.
No longer is it just honking of horns or simple words of appreciation for frontline workers who have given yeoman and most times unselfish service in the fight against COVID-19. Government has now gone a step beyond, truly recognizing the frontline workers and others who contributed directly and indirectly. Financial rewards just in time for Christmas have come in the form of tangible cash benefits.
I therefore announce that all frontline public sector workers, defined as all officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force, along with medical personnel and ancillary workers in the Ministry of Health, who physically performed and continue to perform, and by virtue of their duties were exposed to the risk of COVID-19, will receive an additional month's pay during the month of December.
Recognizing the sacrifice made in keeping the nation and people safe, Finance Minister Gregory Bowen says other categories of public workers who augmented the duties of the frontline workers will receive similar rewards. Bowen says the remaining public officers are not being left out.
All other workers in the public sector who consistently perform duties from the onset of the pandemic to date will receive an additional half-month's pay in December.
Despite the temporary increase to government's wage bill, the finance minister says these tokens of government's deepest appreciation are more than warranted.
We are well aware that the pandemic has created a financial challenge across many sectors, but we want to encourage statutory bodies and private sector entities to also consider sharing a small token of appreciation with their employees this Christmas.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Vendors at the Grandin Spice and Craft Market, most unvaccinated, were back in protest mode on Friday. Cherry Blackman Stephen has this report.
Still choosing not to take the COVID-19 vaccine. Vendors at the Grandin's Vendors Market who remains unvaccinated and as a result prevented from operating their business on the tourist 2 days took to the streets again on Friday to voice their frustration with tourism officials. Irate vendor Pearl Patrick, who said she is vaccinated, has been vending for some 30 years, 20 of which she spent at the Grandin Vendors Market. And she admitted that due to a lack of finances, she did not yet collect her vendor's license, but was shocked that her attempt to finally make $1 was ruined.
Supported those who are vaccinated because we all was on the beach together. I vaccinated since in the month of March, so I have no problem. But when I reached here this morning, I ain't go for my license yet. I didn't have no money, so I decided Monday I'm going to go for my license. When I reach here with my food and my pastries, they tell me I cannot go in. So I have to join the no-vaccinated gang.
One citizen joined the protest to give support to the protesting workers.
These vendors are the ones that build this market from the ground up. The friendliness, the cordialness, and everything is the one that keep tourists coming back to Grenada. How dare the GTA come and tell these people that they cannot come and function? That is ridiculous. People have the children to feed. They have family members. What kind of craziness is this in Grenada?
Concerned citizen Earl Maitland was also on hand to lend support to the workers. He said the workers are being denied their constitutional rights and is dismayed that members of the Royal Grenada Police Force are being used to restrict people's constitutional rights.
We are very disturbed by the fact that our peace officers would be acting on behalf of the GTA that does not recognize the constitutional privileges and rights and freedoms of the citizens on Tuesdays and on Fridays when boats are here, but they do so when the boats are not here.
He said protest action will continue. In a press release issued on Thursday, the Grenada Tourism Authority denied reports regarding a lack of consultation with vendors, saying that several meetings and consultations took place. The GTA said this is the first time that a vendors market has been made part of a cruise ship tour schedule and will exclusively be serviced by members of the Taxi Association. The GTA said the new beach bubble tours will incorporate 12 vendors from the Melville Street Market location who will be allowed to relocate to the Grandin's location on 2 days. The GTA says that 35 out of 39 vendors at the Grandin's Craft and Spice Market have made the choice to be fully vaccinated. Cherry Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
People with a travel history in the last 14 days to South Africa, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Lesotho and Eswatini will not be allowed into Grenada. The advisory was announced on Friday by the government of Grenada and takes immediate effect. It comes in the wake of reports of a new strain of COVID-19 called Omicron, which has been described by the World Health Organization as a variant of concern. This is Primetime edition of news. Still to come from us, President of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, Andre Lewis, accuses Spice Island Beach Resort of refusing to settle with workers for money owed to them. Stay with us. More news is next.
Have at least a 3-month supply of prescribed medications on hand in the event of an emergency, or keep medications in a sealed, labeled container that you can carry with you at a moment's notice if you need to evacuate. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council in collaboration with the Ministry of Health with support from the Pan American Health Organization.
Physical violence, threats, controlling behavior, and being disrespectful are no-nos in any relationship. Parenting together after a breakup can be difficult, but always speak and behave in ways you would want your children to speak and act. You cannot control what your ex-partner does, but you can control how you choose to respond to your ex and what behaviors you display to your children. Parents, display behaviors you will want your children to learn. A respectful child begins with you. Step up your parenting game. My family matters.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
If If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carrico. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Light up your Christmas with Republic Bank Deals on Wheels. Find fantastic deals on Saturday, December 4th at Republic House Car Park on Morris Bishop Highway from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. 100% financing for new vehicles, same day approval. You can drive away with a brand new ride. Light up this Christmas with Republic Bank Deals on Wheels. For more information, visit us online at republicgrenada.com.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news. President of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, Andre Lewis, says the tide has shifted to the vilest place for employees at the Spice Island Beach Resort as the hotel refuses to pay what is due to them. Here's Rena Perry-Thomas with that report.
President of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, Andre Lewis, says the industrial situation between Spice Island Beach Resort and its workers is in a rocky place as the hotel refuses to settle with workers for money owed to them. In September of 2020, the present management of Spice Island Beach Resort chose to retrench all workers just days after announcing that the hotel will be closed for the next year. In November of 2020, 68 of the 100-plus workers accepted the company's offer of retrenchment, but only with their full benefits, as the financial settlements offered by the resort were not accepted. According to Lewis, this issue is one that is overdue. He believes that the hotel can afford to pay their workers now that most of the workers return to work.
As far as the hotel is concerned, there isn't any outstanding dispute. They have written to us recently indicating that there isn't any dispute, so it has gone from bad to worse. And we shall respond. This figure have significantly reduced in terms of the amount of people who are expecting to be paid off because a number of workers have returned to work. And therefore, it is much easier for the hotel to resolve this matter.
In meeting with the workers last Thursday, the president says workers are in full support of industrial action, which is not what the hotel will need at the restart of the tourist season.
The workers have all given a commitment to be engaged in any form of industrial action that is required to bring a just end to this long-standing matter between the union workers and the hotel in terms of monies that are due to them. We had written to the Prime Minister, we had written to the President and others of the Hotel Association, the Tourism Authority, Grenada Tourism Authority, etc., and all who potentially can be impacted.
In seeking a response from Spice Island Beach Resort, General Manager Brian Hardy told GBN the hotel will not be making any comments on the matter. Meanwhile, in an unrelated matter, Lewis says they are still awaiting a response from the Ministry of Labour in relation to the St. George's University and its unvaccinated workers.
As I speak, we await the recommendations from the Ministry of Labour in relation to the SGU matter. That time has passed, the promised time, but those things happen sometimes, and we have been in touch with the ministry, and we hope to get that recommendation relatively soon.
The trade unionist is reminding Grenadians to be vigilant and practice all COVID-19 protocols, as this is not a time to be complacent. For GBN News, I am Rena Perry-Thomas reporting.
We move now to some good news for farmers attached to the Grenada Cocoa Association. The Board of Quality Producers Limited has taken the decision to disburse the sum of $105,000 equally among its 200 registered shareholders. This sum was received from Diamond Chocolate Factory as a dividend and will be paid during the month of December 2021. Quality Producers Limited was formed in 1994 by the Grenada Cocoa Association as its investment arm. QPL is the majority shareholder, 70%, in the Diamond Chocolate Factory. Presently, farmers have been allocated a stake of 19% in Quality Producers Limited. In other news, Quarantine Point Recreational Park will be transformed into a spectacle of holiday lights come Saturday, December 4th. It's a time for families to release the stress and relax, as Chrislina John tells us in this report.
The Rotary Club of Grenada has been given the green light to host Christmas at the Point. The event, according to organizers, will light up from December 4th to January 15th, 2022. The event will take place at Quarantine Point Recreational Park, which is managed by the Rotary Club of Grenada. Our news desk reached out to Ms. Kellyanne Waldron, PR person for the organizing committee, who expressed excitement at the opening of the event this year and what patrons can expect.
In terms of Christmas at the Point, what persons can expect is, of course, they would have the grand light display. Persons would have access to, for example, priority parking at the park, and they will also have access to buy, food and treats. We would be having movie nights, themed nights, and so on. So there would be nights that are definitely more geared to bonding, and there would be quieter nights, and then there are those that would be definitely a lot more geared to include like the entire family, where we have different things going on and so on.
Ms. Waldron advises the early purchase of tickets, as the venue is usually a packed one, and 2, it provides an opportunity for patrons to win prizes.
And they can get tickets on gotofet.com and via Grenadian Optical, and tickets will be put out basically virtually weekly, so persons can go on and buy their tickets in advance, in particular for persons who want priority parking, especially if you have older persons in the family, for example. Priority parking is a good choice because you get to park directly inside of the park. And we always encourage persons to buy their tickets in advance because the numbers for entry into the park is always monitored.
Vaccination is not a priority for Christmas at the Point. However, it will take place under strict COVID-19 protocols.
And it's particularly important for us with regards to the social distancing and the COVID protocols, because the park is a public park and it's also open to everyone. So whether you're vaccinated or unvaccinated, it's open for everyone. So we will definitely be ensuring that all protocols are followed, and we are particularly enthusiastic about it because, having a space like this that persons can enjoy outdoors is really wonderful.
The cost of tickets, she explained.
Tickets cost 10 ECD dollars per carload, and priority parking is 20. So the priority parking, just to remind you, it's on the inside, and that is usually done over the weekend. So Friday, Saturdays, Sundays. And the other parking, it's 10 EC per carload. We also have prices per individuals for walk-ins, which can be purchased either at the gate or you can purchase online.
The family event is a collaborative effort between the Rotary Club of Grenada, the Monica Benoit family, who contributes lights, and other members and friends of the club. Chrislina John, GBN News.
In entertainment news tonight, Grenadian soca artist Candia Lynette Rennick, also known as Temptress, is set to take legal action against the music production company Impulse Productions for unpaid royalties for the recording "I Don't Have Entertainment is Business." And Rena Perry-Thomas tells us about legal ramifications in the entertainment business in this report.
Grenadian soca artiste Candia Lynette Renwick, also known as Temptress, with the full support of her recently signed management, Scan That Empire, LLC, has decided to initiate legal action and has already started the pre-action process for unpaid royalties for the recording Ado Have. The recording Ado Have was first released July 19, 2019 on the Dennis Rhythm, executively produced by Impulse Production, and a later remix of the same song was released on July 31, 2020. Both recordings are currently distributed by digital distribution company Foxviews Inc. A media representative for Scan That Empire, Alwyn Pascal, says they are currently securing legal representation so that a pre-action protocol letter can be drawn up and sent to the directors of Impulse Production, a music, film, photograph and clothing company based here in Grenada.
We wasn't it's been like almost 2 months plus we've been negotiating cordially with them, and unfortunately it was unsuccessful. So this is why we are taking legal action, so that we cannot put a time on it, because we have to cooperate, and we'll let, if we have to go to the High Court, we have a legal team and they will handle that. So I can't give you a definite time or how long it's going to take. Maybe they will comply now. That's why we are reaching out, but before we were unsuccessful.
Temptress is confident that her decision to go public regarding this issue will encourage all artists in Grenada to understand what their rights are and what they are entitled to when working with rhythm producers. It's a hope this also paves the way for better organized music industry in Grenada. Karikuan Piti Matnik.
We pay for the song, me and Dennis, $575 for original, and then for the remix for Trinidad and Tobago, which we never get to go to perform, it was $350 for the remix. So I pay for the both songs. He promised that he will organize us to sign up for royalties. And every time we go to meeting is next time and next time until this. So I would advise all artists, if ever they go in on any rhythms, make sure that they sign up to get the royalties.
In response, producers of Impulse Production released a statement addressing the issue, and I quote, "We wish to ensure you that we also were transparent with the module that we follow in Grenada in regards to what is called digital distribution, as Impulse Production informs every artiste on the local master recording module we follow. But first, we learned about and tackled the staple industry royalties, which fall under what is called composition copyright, as we wish to inform you that no song has ever been registered with a copyright officer before that shows the ownership of any creative piece of work. As young producers with a dream, in the past we have indeed operated without writing contractual paperwork and full depth of music knowledge. Impulse Production has communicated with the said team to the final moment, providing all information asked and thus creating new contractual agreements. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Here's Rena Pett Thomas once again as she has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz Report.
Not quite often one gets to see locally made handcraft like these. With the evolution of technology, people have drifted aside to a much easier way of getting things done. Mr. Rudolph Pear, better known as Puri, has been carving wood into jucking or washing boards, hammering away a metal to make bread and cake tins, and pounding nails into tin to create graters for over 16 years. GBN brought this story, and you, our online listeners, took to the comment section to air your views. Judith DeGale said, "God's richest blessing to you, sir. I take my hat off for you. Some people should be taking a page from your own contribution and not depending on handouts." Kenny Calise commented, "My brother, may the Almighty God continue continue to bless you. You have taught me to do things like that. You are an icon to our hearts. Enjoy your hard work. Blessing. Francis wrote, I don't mind traveling to the country just to give him a sale. Hardworking man making an honest living. Great example. And it has young people sitting down home doing nothing. Alexander said, keeping the culture should be the top of the list. And finally, Annette commented, he is entitled to any benefit government provides for the elderly. That's a wrap for tonight's Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still ahead, CMOS farmers encouraged to utilize bamboo flotation mechanisms for CMOS cultivation. That story is up next.
It's the season to give, and Granlec invites you to give a gift of love and light to someone in our community who has been challenged by COVID-19. Make your account current and nominate someone for a chance to win. 200 winners will be gifted with a $400 grocery voucher or a $75 electricity voucher. If we select your entry, you too will win. Visit our website or Facebook page for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion runs November 24th to December 24th. Give a gift from Granlec this holiday.
Sunday, November 28th is no ordinary Sunday as Megaforce Promotions presents Christmas Cash, the 33rd edition. All you need to do is get a ticket, and some of this cash could be yours for Christmas. We're talking a whopping $15,000 US. Tickets cost only $15 US. Get them from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. Or if you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, November 28th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Wacky Team Virtual Bingo and win big cash for Christmas.
For quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Introducing YouTube and TikTok to the Digicel Prime Bundle. Now get 1 GB daily to enjoy more YouTube. Plus 1 GB daily to like more TikTok videos. It's simply more entertainment bundled together. Get a 7-day bundle for $35 in My Digicel. More apps, more data, more fun. Digicel, better together.
It's Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
Light up your Christmas with Republic Bank Deals on Wheels. Find fantastic deals on Saturday, December 4th at Republic House Car Park on Morris Bishop Highway from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. 100% financing for new vehicles, same day approval. You can drive away with a brand new ride. Light up this Christmas with Republic Bank Deals on Wheels. For more information, visit us online at republicgrenada.com.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, Flow has been the leading telecommunications provider for decades. As we continue to work for you, we are modernizing our fixed network and transitioning all customers to our latest technology. By the end of 2021, the new network offers customers faster speeds, better quality, and a more reliable service experience with faster fault detection and repair time. Upgrading to the new network is free. Just visit any of our retail outlets. Look out for sales agents in your community. Call our virtual store at 444-3569 or send us a text via WhatsApp at 407-3569. Remember, as we transition to our new network, we are simultaneously shutting down our older network. To avoid service interruption, arrange to make your move to the new network as soon as possible. Flow, committed to connecting our communities.
Welcome back. Yvette Noel Scher, celebrity publicist to stars like Beyonce and a past student of the St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville, made a presentation of more than US $51,000 to her alma mater on Thursday. The sum of US $41,773.36 was raised through the David and Yvette Scher Education Fund for SJC Grenville through a GoFundMe in support of the school for her 60th birthday. An additional sum of US $10,000 was also presented from hair and skin product line Cantu through Noel Scher. She said this is only the beginning of a continued commitment to assist SJC Grenville. From the funds given, Noel Scher also presented US $5,000 to past student Lorian McGuire, who she said inspired her via a one-on-one conversation during one of her visits to the school. The funds are expected to assist McGuire on her educational journey at TAMCC and beyond. In other news, a sea moss marine culture exercise was completed at the Breakwater Project site in St. Patrick this week. The exercise focused on making the transition to eliminate the use of plastic bottles as flotation mechanisms and replace them with bamboo, which is environmentally friendly, unlike plastic bottles, which are unsightly and environmentally hazardous. Christelina John has that story.
Sea moss farmers now can maximize their yields through a method called mariculture. SIAP, through its Climate Smart program, has partnered with a sea moss farmer in St. Patrick named Mr. Merriman to use bamboo as a replacement for plastic bottles for growing sea moss. It is a climate smart method of sea moss cultivation. Kenley Edwards, CSA coordinator attached to SIAP, says St. Patrick was chosen since a sea moss farmer there was already using that method. Their intention is to extend this new practice to other sea moss farmers along the East Coast in coming weeks.
The whole idea is to introduce, if I may say, a sustainable, renewable way of doing harvesting and growing sea moss. So the idea is to replace the plastic bottles, which are pollutants, which are also unsightly, with something that is, if I may say, more eco-friendly. And this is where we introduce the bamboo raft technology. So the idea is to use bamboos as a flotation device to cultivate your sea moss, which is eco-friendly. And it's something that we hope that other sea moss producers in Grenada can use that type of practice to replicate.
This method has been done in other countries of the region and was found to be very viable.
It is practiced in the East, in the Far East. If you check Indonesia, those countries there, Malaysia, those areas, those eastern countries, it's practiced heavily there. In terms of the Caribbean, St. Lucia is one of the areas where it is also practiced. Based on the information that we got from the beneficiary, is that type of method, the yield is exceptional. Basically, you get good yield from it. You basically could farm in a small area. It's called mariculture, right? That's what it is. You could actually do that in a small area and maximize your output. So it's one of the things that you could use, like I said, to expand on your production, utilizing a small area, but yet for all you can maximize your output.
Edward says sea moss thrive best during the rainy season as the nutrients needed for growth are leached from rivers and estuaries around that time. He said knowing when to cut the bamboo is important.
To make sure that you cut the bamboo at the right time, the right timing. So timing is important. So based on the science, you cut it at a particular time of the moon. Those guys who do the cutting, they will know it has to be a mature bamboo as well. And in terms of the lifespan, you could get at least 6 months out of it. So within a year, you could change out twice. And in terms of the peak for CMOS cultivation, the peak time is really around July, August, around the rainy season time.
Christina John, GBN News.
And now let's take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
On tonight, GBN's eyesore, our citizen journalist encourages persons to be someone's fountain. A fountain symbolizes life, truth, change, and water. Being someone's fountain means spreading love, joy, peace, and happiness. We thank our eyesore reporter for extending these words of encouragement. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. Coming up after the break, the weather report and forecast, sports, and around the globe.
Times are hard, and your vehicle is your investment. Let it work for you. Get a wheel alignment from Premium Auto Services and enjoy greater fuel efficiency, smoother ride, improved steering, reduced repairs, and longer-lasting tires. Make that call today, 439-4000, or just visit them on the Calavini Main Road. Don't forget to ask about their 20% special discount and all new tires. Premium Auto Services, your one-star auto repair center.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us. Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock, private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business, for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome to Voyager, your favorite home goods store. Visit us today at our upstairs branch for the best variety in curtains, bedside lamps, Christmas decor, throw pillows, blankets, bathroom sets, and so much more. Downstairs you'll find all your home good items at the best prices. We hope to see you soon.
Across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, Flow has been the leading telecommunications provider for decades. As we continue to work for you, we are modernizing our fixed network and transitioning all customers to our latest technology. By the end of 2021, the new network offers customers faster speeds, better quality, and a more reliable service experience with faster fault detection and repair time. Upgrading to the new network is free. Just visit any of our retail outlets. Look out for sales agents in your community. Call our virtual store at 444-3569 or send us a text via WhatsApp at 407-3569. Remember, as we transition to our new network, we are simultaneously shutting down our older network. To avoid service interruption, arrange to make your move to the new network as soon as possible. Flow, committed to connecting our communities.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Here's a look at the weather report and forecast valid for tonight and the next 3 days. Tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be 25 degrees Celsius. The weather will be fair to partly cloudy with a few light showers. Winds will be east-northeasterly to easterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas will be moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. There will be low tide at 1:58 a.m. Getting into the weekend, on Saturday, sunrise will be at 6:11 a.m., sunset 5:40 p.m. The weather will be generally fair with slight haze and light evening to nighttime showers. On Sunday, sunrise 6:11 a.m., sunset 5:40 p.m. The weather will be mainly fair with a few light early morning showers. As the new work week starts on Monday, sunrise and sunset 6:12 a.m. and 5:41 p.m. respectively. The weather will be fair and hazy. And that's the weather report and forecast. Stay tuned. The sports is up next. Good evening, sporting fans. Let's start off this afternoon with some good news. As the country prepares to return of sports, one of the major playing fields on the island is receiving a major facelift. The process of bringing lights to the Lassages playing field, which is a home of St. David's Track Blazers, has begun in earnest. Minister of Infrastructure Nolan Cox says the project has been in the pipeline for some time now, noting it's important to the parish and its residents.
And as such, we're starting back with the Lassages playing field. The Lassages playing field, which I mentioned some time back, is going to be lit. We expect work to start tomorrow, infrastructure work on the site tomorrow, please the Lord. We have a number of inputs on island. And we also have some inputs coming in still. We hope by January of 2022, all inputs will be on island to have the project completed within 8 to 10 weeks.
And now let's move to cricket. The Cricket West Indies selection panel announced the squads for the West Indies men's team tour of Pakistan today. The series will feature 3 ODIs and 3 T20 internationals from December 13th to the 22nd in Karachi. The panel named a number of uncapped players in both formats. The ODI series will be West Indies' 4th series of 12 in the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup Super League, in which the top 7 teams can secure automatic qualification for the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup 2023 in India. West Indies currently lie in 8th position out of 13 teams and have the opportunity to move above Pakistan into 7th position. The ODI squad will be captained by Kieron Pollard, with Shea Hope as vice captain, and also includes Darren Bravo, Roston Chase, Akil Hussain, Azari Joseph, Nicholas Puran, Raymond Rifa, and Hayden Walsh Jr. The T20 team will also be captained by Pollard, but vice captain this time is Puran, and the squad will also include the likes of Sheldon Cottrell, Dominic Drakes, Shea Hope, Kyle Mayers, Romario Shepherd, and O'Shane Thomas. Jason Holder is being arrested for this tour due to workload management. Fabian Allen and Obed McCoy are unavailable due to injury and rehabilitation, while Evan Lewis, Shimron Hetmeyer, Andre Russell, and Lendell Simmons are unavailable due to personal reasons. Still in cricket, Australia have made 28-year-old fast bowler Pat Cummins their test captain for the Ashes, with former skipper Steve Smith as his deputy. Tim Payne stepped down as captain today over a historical investigation into sexually explicit texts to a female colleague. Stephen Smith has returned to his first official leadership role with the national side since the ball tampering scandal by taking the vice-captaincy position. The Ashes series begins on December 8th. Let's get more in this report.
It's seen as the second most important job in the country behind the Prime Minister. And a kid from Penrith, Pat Cummins, is now the captain of the Australian Test cricket team.
I'm not going to be anyone different. I'm going to be myself. And hopefully that's enough.
At just 28, he is one of the only fast bowlers to ever captain Australia in Test cricket. And the first assignment couldn't be tougher for the brand new dad. An Ashes Test in just 12 days, while replacing Tim Payne in the wake of his sexting scandal.
I spoke to him on the phone this morning, and I guess I'll start by saying just we really feel for Tim and his family.
Cummins made his debut for Australia in South Africa at just 18 years old, the youngest Test player for 60 years.
Brilliant stuff from Cummins. That's a moment he's going to remember for a long, long time.
A man of the match performance at the Wanderers in Johannesburg when he took 7 wickets and hit the winning boundary.
How about that?
But Cummins would have to wait 6 more years to play his next Test match. Constant injuries and concerns he would never play again, let alone captain his country. Cummins was one of the bowlers during Sandpapergate. His captain then was Steve Smith. Steve today putting that saga behind him, now named vice captain.
There'll be some negativity from some people around it. I understand that and I get that. But for me, I know that I've grown a great deal over the last 3 or 4 years.
The captaincy comes at a difficult time for Pat Cummins, with Tim Payne today confirming he is taking an immediate and indefinite mental health break from the game, meaning he's almost certainly played his last Test match for Australia.
And that's it for what's happening in sports. Stay with us. Regional and international news are up next. Tonight's One Caribbean hookup begins in Antigua, where government has announced the state of emergency will be brought to an end before the Christmas holidays. The measure has been renewed repeatedly since March last year. Jessica Russell reports.
The state of emergency will come to an end. It goes as far as to say at midnight on the 22nd, and so all of the 23rd, there will be no more curfew as of the 23rd going forward.
Great news for those who miss being out after 11 at night and before 5 in the morning without passes. But health measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19 will remain. Clustering, consumption of liquor, music, and picnicking on beaches, even after the state of emergency ends, will be prohibited. Information Minister Melvin Nicholas says this legislation covers these continued regulations.
That still falls to the public health regulations under the Public Health Act.
Everyone is also expected to continue to wear face masks, practice proper hand hygiene, and social distance. Jessica Russell, ABS News.
Over in Guyana, the Shadow Minister of Legal Affairs, Rossdale Ford, says the proposed amendments to the Representation of the People Act are retrograde and deficient. Wendell Badri has the details.
During a discussion with the Member of Parliament and Attorney at Law, he made those remarks as he went on to justify the reason for his statement.
Why is this process restricted only to Region 4? And to that extent, Wendell, it is putting in place legislatively a legislative system, and through that process, an electoral system that would be unequal.
Ford is of the view that one of the major issues which should have been addressed in the reform process is the voters list.
And I believe that bloat in electoral lists, that excessive number that cannot be backed by actual real persons, is one of the main areas that we should be focusing on in terms of reform and the production and maintenance of a proper database and a proper official list of electors.
During his introductory remarks, the Attorney at Law posited that electoral reforms speak to any change or amendment in legislation which govern electoral processes, beginning with the registration process and culminating with the declaration of results.
So electoral reform would relate to changes, preferably improvements or refinements to that electoral process and arrangement, starting all the way from the registration all the way down to the declaration of the results.
The Shadow Minister went on to ascertain that electoral reform is necessary at this time, given what transpired during the conduct of the 2020 general and regional elections. He believes, however, that the incumbent administration is seeking to adjust the laws in such a way that it would become subservient to the ruling party. The Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Anil Nandlal, during an interview on a local station recently, posited to the contrary, asserting that the proposed amendments do not seek in any way to give an advantage to any political party.
But I wish to assure you that there is no sinister motive, and these are not in any form or fashion designed to enhance the political fortunes of any political party.
Notwithstanding those statements by the Attorney General, Ford maintained that the proposed amendments are retrograde and deficient in nature, and that they seek to serve the interests of the governing party. Just recently, the leader of the Alliance for Change, Kemraj Ramjitan, called for a complete reset of the process to accommodate the perspectives of a wider cross-section of society, even as he called for the involvement of the recently appointed Law Reform Commission, which has been excluded from the process. Wendell Badri for the HGP Nightly News.
And now let's move internationally. Concern about a new heavily mutated variant of coronavirus first detected in South Africa has led the United Kingdom to restrict travel to 6 African countries, including South Africa, Namibia, Zimbabwe, and Botswana. The World Health Organization designates the new highly mutated strain of COVID a variant of concern and gives it the Greek name Omicron. The variant is the most heavily mutated version discovered so far, and it has such a long list of mutations that it was described by one scientist as horrific. We get more in this report.
The speed at which new and stringent travel restrictions have been imposed show just how seriously this variant is being taken. Between 500 and 700 travellers arrive in the UK from South Africa every day. That's where most of the cases have so far been identified and where it appears the variant may be driving a new wave of infection.
It may be more transmissible than the Delta variant, and the vaccines that we currently have may be less effective against it. Now, to be clear, we have not detected any of this new variant in the UK at this point in time, but we've always been clear that we will take action to protect the progress that we have made.
The new variant was formally identified only 3 days ago. Genetic analysis shows it has twice the number of mutations as Delta, the dominant variant worldwide, including around 30 changes to the spike protein, which the virus uses to break into human cells. This makes it dramatically different from the original Wuhan strain, on which all current vaccines are based. But crucially, there is no evidence yet that the variant causes more severe disease or that it makes vaccines less effective. It will take 2 to 3 weeks before laboratory tests can show whether this is another defining moment in the pandemic or a false alarm. Fergus Walsh, BBC News.
That's regional and international news. Stay with us. A recap of the headlines is up next. And now let's look back at what made news tonight. Springs resident Wendell Matthew charged with non-capital murder in death of an elderly citizen found dead on Sunday. Government rewards frontline workers and addresses cost of living cries of the Grenadian people in the $22 billion budget. President of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union accused Spice Island Beach Resort of refusing to settle with workers for money owed to them. Christmas at the Point returns on December 4th. In regional news, Antigua and Barbuda to enjoy the Christmas holidays without a state of emergency. Further afield, the UK restrict travel to 6 African countries over new South Africa COVID variant. In sports, Cricket West Indies selection panel announces squads for a 6-match white ball tour of Pakistan. That's the end of GBN Nightly News for today, Friday, November 26, 2021. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Blossom Alexis Welsh. Have yourselves a blessed and safe weekend.